Hey guys, I just thought I'd do this quick video on what's going on with my weight, why I'm doing what I'm doing, what my goals are at the moment now that I've got this new weight, and yeah, just kind of where the season, the next sort of 12 months is going to go for me as an arm wrestler. So for everyone who doesn't know or hasn't already worked out, can't see the extra fat on my face at the moment. I'm certainly looking different. I look in the mirror, I take selfies at the moment, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? I look incredibly different. So I'm getting used to looking at myself with a bit of extra body fat. I've certainly said goodbye to any abs that I had before. And yeah, it's pretty much at the point where this morning I was 94.3 kilos. So I've definitely put on a lot of weight. I've been eating a lot. About 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day is what I've been going at for the last couple of months. So as soon as I found out that I wasn't going to the 165 pounds for a while, which was an extreme dehydrate for me anyway, I've decided to change my goals. Like previously, I'd always been about my international goals. I'd always been about, I want to be the best international arm wrestler I possibly can be, and for that I was always in my head thinking that I was going to be the most competitive, somewhere under 80 kilos, even potentially down as low as 75 kilos. And I stayed as light as I could. I withheld food. I was just generally a low calorie diet, and I didn't train any body movements other than hand and wrist. I just stayed clear of any sort of training that was going to put on size. Nothing compound, no bench press, no pull downs, no deadlifts or anything like that. It was all hand-based movements only, just increasing my my hand control whilst leaving myself light. And so, look, when I didn't make well 165 pounds, I just decided, I just said, no, I'm going to change my goals. I'm going to now look domestic. I'm going to look at the domestic ladder, the overalls ladder, and say I want to get to the top of that. So I know that was never going to happen with me weighing somewhere down around 75 kilos. So I decided, well, it's time to get heavy. It's time to start eating. It's time to embrace compound lifting. And it's time to get significantly stronger. So that's what I'm doing. I'm eating a hell of a lot, and it's feeling amazing. Like I said, I was 94.3 kilos this morning, and I've never been this heavy in my life. Previously, the heaviest I'd ever been was like 86, 87 kilos, but 94.3 kilos this morning. I don't know how this is going to translate to power in tournaments. I've had one taste of it so far down at the New South Wales state titles, and I felt really good. I dominated Pepe Panzetti and went through Adam Laura twice, nice and comfortably as well on the right. So I was really happy with how that felt, and I'm really looking forward to a big hit out at the Queensland's comps in a month's time, where the likes of Doug and Danny and Lachlan, they're all going to be pulling in the heavies. So I'm going to be pulling heavies as well. But my goal is, I've got sort of a 12-month plan, and then a sort of a 5-year plan as well. So my 12-month plan is to just become a heavyweight. I basically want to become a heavyweight Australian arm wrestler. I want to be pulling around 100 kilos and maybe even more over a couple of years, but within 12 months I want to be pulling at a lean 100 kilos, and I want to be beating the Dougs, the Ryan Scotts, the Brett Coots of the world, and I want to be really pushing for the guys like Ben Carroll and Gunther Bykovs. I want to be knocking on the door of being able to beat them as well. So that's my 12-month plan, and my 5-year plan is nothing short of getting to the #1 rank. So for me, getting to the #1 rank of the Australian domestic arm wrestling rankings is something that would be a huge thrill. So Gunther's has had pretty much a mortgage of that rank for a long time. So it is a race between a whole heap of people. I know even in Queensland, there's a whole heap of people hungry to get that top spot. Doug's wanted it forever. Lachlan, he's new on the scene. He wants it. He believes he can get it. Danny, quiet as always, but he wants it. Jordan, he wants it. Jordan says he's going to be getting heavy as well. So no doubt that man at anywhere above 90 kilos is going to be brutal. I want it as well. So that's just the Queensland guys. I know that there's people like Ben Carroll, Ryan Scott, Brett Coots that are always wanting it. They're always chasing, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are really, really hungry for it, and I guess it's going to come down to who can be the most hungry, who can make the most gains. So I'm going to continue my focus on hand-based arm wrestling, but I'm adding to it a whole heap of power. I'm getting bigger, I'm deadlifting, doing a hell of a lot more static holds, and really just increasing my connections throughout the entire chain of arm wrestling. But that's what's going on with my weight. If you're wondering why the hell I'm looking fat in the face all of a sudden, my smile's gotten a whole lot wider. But yeah, that's it. Pretty much focusing domestic. So, and of course, I've got my massive match with Justin Bishop in October as well. So that'll be a huge one. Like, I'm feeling really good about the match with Justin Bishop. Honestly, the promotions for it have been awesome. So that aside is something else. But I'm feeling really good for Justin Bishop. If I beat Justin Bishop, I'm bringing out Toddzilla next. So you heard it here first. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.